an unusual day in the office. An unusual day in the office. Toastmaster Pradeep.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, T. Modi. Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good evening.
We all have routine jobs in offices, and in general, the offices are quite mundane work, or at least no surprises. You'll have emails, you'll have meetings, you'll have PPTs, you'll have client visits, and so on. But sometimes our day does not go as usual. Some examples: on the way, car crashes, you are late, the colleague gets fainted. I'm not saying we get fainted or you get fainted. A colleague gets fainted, or a lift is not working and you have to reach 17th floor of the building. Unusual examples. What I'm going to say today in my speech is the extent of this unusualness, how much unusual a day can go. So I recall one of the day from my working. It's more than a decade ago, and it has lasted an impression on me such that today, after years, I'm speaking about it. I work in financial industries, financial services industries. We are 365 days open place, and to understand, I want to show you the setup so that it is in your mind, so that my story sinks in well to you all. So this is a retail unit. We process payments. We are expats here. We remit money to our loved ones in our countries. So I used to work in India in one of the location there. We had two sections. One to process cash, when you send money in cash and you have to give to the customers who come there. And my job was to process bulk payments. So there is an office, there is an entrance. You have a seating area of around 20 to 30 customers to sit, and there are 5 to 6 counters to serve them. There's a manager cabin. Behind this office setup is my office, which is around this room size, where I process bulk payments. So these are the drafts to be signed and to be delivered to the banks to go to the account, and the amount can be anything. Having said that, when I said 365 days working, sometime it is good also. This was a public holiday in India, and we were located at a bank street. And because it is bank street, otherwise it will be a rush hour in the morning. This is quiet day. Since it is a quiet day, for us, the work is little less. The dress code is not formal. It's casual dress. Since my office is behind the front office, it is more casual. And that means music is also on. Life is all cool. There's no issue. Everybody is happy. I'm just sitting in front of the door, signing the drafts, making sure that the carbon impression under the draft is right so that the bank passes it. There's one person who is printing the drafts and giving it to me, laser drafts, and I'm signing and doing it. Music is on. I'm not as old as today. That day it was more happier time. But somebody's happiness is somebody's envy, or somebody is planning to do something to you as in this office. Well, everything is fine. We are in sync with the music. People are casual, no much customers. We were robbed. There were 6 to 7 robbers with the masks, with the knives, machetes, and pistols, who came to disturb our music. Now they came, this happens very fast because they plan it. They came inside, they climbed onto the counters, they are manhandling the staffs, they're looking for cash, and this is all happening outside. They started beating one person so that everybody else gets scared. This all is going outside. What I am doing in my back office, listening to the music, signing the drafts, unaware of what is going on outside. Somebody opens the door right in front of me, which is like 10-15 feet away. He opens the door, he has a pistol in hand, and he has kerchief on his face, and he looks at me and does like this. I do not notice the pistol. I'm just curious what fabric it is on his face. He does this, I do this, and I start signing again. The very next moment, the person is on my desk, pointing gun on my head. When you talk about movies, some of the incidents are inculcated in the head, knowingly or unknowingly. My absolute reaction, without thinking anything, was to raise hand and surrender. I stood up. By the time the manager was grabbed, he was punched on his eye with the pistol. The blood came out. Everybody was scared. They snatched mobiles. They were looking for cash. They were abusing. They were pointing guns to everybody to scare everybody. Whole scenario lasted for say 2.5 minutes or 3 minutes. They planned well. They took whatever cash was there available outside. They could not find the safe, which was kind of hidden, and they had to move on. Everybody left. Luckily, on the same day, we had only 3 customers. One of them was a newspaper editor and owner in the evening newspaper. And I was in the newspaper on that day. Not for the reasons that I would have liked, but it was the story. The people went away, police came, they calmed down everybody, the fingerprints were taken, and so on. The thieves or the robbers got caught after 2.5 months. Again, the story began. We had to go and identify them, and we were scared to do that. I had to do that. But that's the story for some other day to be told. The unusualness went up to this extreme, not less than any movie. That's all my story. Thank you. Over to you.